Kiflu Beta has an unusual job. He rents out newspapers. For 1 birr, the equivalent of around 30 euro cents, people can rent a newspaper from him while waiting for a coffee in the cafes of Addis Ababa. Ethiopia's print media has a pretty long history, especially compared to many other African countries, and Kiflu has been doing his job for almost 2 decades, but in the last few years, business has started to slow down.
The number of readers is dramatically decreasing at the moment. Compared to 2005, there were fewer. People are complaining that the quality of the newspaper is getting worse. So, sometimes they prefer not to read it at all.
Abel Wabella is a blogger whose writing once landed him in prison. Now he runs a news website called Gobena Street. For him, it's clear why readers are abandoning traditional newspapers.
The oppressive system in this country has obviously had a big impact on the media. Compared to other professions, the oppression of the media has been huge.
But it's not all down to politics. For many people, buying a newspaper is simply too expensive.
Everyone knows the cost of living here is really high. It's unbearable. A newspaper will cost you about 10 birr. You'd need to give up your lunch or dinner for that.
Many of the people gathering here in the Arat Kilo district are job hunting, and they've turned to the newspapers for help. But that can be frustrating, as newly graduated Tatek Alimereo explains.
It's really expensive. When they get more customers, they increase the price. A newspaper costs you about 10 birr, and when the demand is high, they sometimes charge as much as 40 birr.
Compared to that, renting a newspaper for only 1 birr is cheap. Still, it's not easy to convince people to part with their money. But Kiflu has been drumming up business since the early hours.
I woke up at 6 in the morning and went to the newspaper distributors. These distributors get the papers from another distributor and then give the newspapers to us.
It will take some political and economic change for the newspapers to win back loyal readers, and for Kiflu to get his customers back.